Good morning. It's Wednesday. I think it's the 16th. Yep, 16th of October. I've just finished listening to a new podcaster, a guy called Stephen. Very interesting. Very interesting. Today I'm going to be doing a long, lazy, lockside loop. I'm going to run around the base of Mount Doug, past the kids who will be sitting on a log being entertained. It's Wednesday. It's about 10 o'clock. I will try and eliminate as much of the traffic as I can by being vigilant of the pause button, using it correctly. With any luck, I should get 48 minutes of uninterrupted audio if I use the pause button correctly. Otherwise, I'll just stop and start another file. But it should be a quiet day today. Mid-morning, work day. I'm listening to my favorite Grateful Dead podcast, Shit Downstream. Just about to cross Ash, and a little note for Stephen. The speed that you run at will vary. If you're recording, you should really run just a little bit slower. I had to accept a drop from 6 minutes per kilometer to closer to 7 when I'm recording. Okay, pause time. So I'm now turning onto the Mount Douglas Creek Trail below Ash. Hello, doggy. Hi.
That's no puppy, that's an antique.
Antique man or woman dog?
Female dog.
Oh, poor girl. Look at her limping.
Yeah.
I feel the same way she does some mornings from all the running I do.
She's 15 and she's got full of arthritis and she's losing her hearing.
Does she have any supplements in her food?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
She gets vitamins and stuff like that?
Yeah.
That's good. Anyway, I'll leave you two together.
Right, John.
Bye-bye. Alright, so I'm coming up to the classroom area of the open school. I might say hi to them if they look as if they might answer. But I won't stop because it's just beginning to rain, and I think they'll probably take him for a little walk to distract them from the rain. Yep, you can hear them. Yep, they've got a tarp set up from 2 trees, and they're all scurrying for shelter. I have to remember to take a drink here. This is one of the early opportunities that I have of drinking on this run. I shouldn't have to worry about water fountains. I'm going to be going by 3 today. Somebody just tooted me in those community buses. They obviously know me from somewhere. Okay, this is the other classroom for the older kids. These ones are about 5 or 6. Maybe not even. Hello. How you doing?
Thanks.
Nice day, eh? No, those were the little ones, actually. They were even smaller than the first lot. I think I have forgotten how young some kids start walking. Those were almost pre-verbal. Seeing as it's raining a little bit now, I've changed my route slightly so I can run under the trees. The trees here in Victoria are so large that sometimes the rain doesn't even get through to the ground. The disadvantage of this route is it's quite close to a road, but I would say 50 meters separate this packed gravel trail from a B road. I'm wearing my road shoes, so I probably won't do too much elevation because wet rocks and road shoes, there goes a bus, the 39, wet rocks and road shoes do not go together. This is my obligatory hike section at the beginning of this run. It's more of a psychological break that I'm taking. I've been running about 2 kilometers now, and this hill is quite a rude awakening, and because I'm planning to run over an hour today, I don't want to be put behind the 8 ball too early. I don't want to be in too much oxygen debt too early in this run. We've got a lot of talking to do. I'm hoping that when I turn onto the inner trails through the middle, I will have some peace and quiet. Then you might even hear the chirping of my earbuds. Hello. A couple of seniors hiking one of the more technical trails to my left. Yeah, well, I've downloaded a couple of apps that I'm using. Just recently I downloaded a Doppler radar app which shows the large cloud formations, and as you all know, where there's clouds there could be rain. According to my latest information, it's going to bucket down around 1 o'clock. So I've got a couple of hours of hopefully light showers to deal with on this run. Mind you, I will be done in less than 2 hours. I'm running at 6:49 kilometer pace. 6 minutes 49. This is a tough little downhill section, which can be quite painful if my legs haven't warmed up. The secret of running long distances is to try and eliminate as much discomfort as possible from your running. So obviously there are a few variables there. The shoes that you're wearing, the surface that you're running on or hiking on, as is the case right now. I decided to take the earliest turn off to get away from the road, even though it's not that noisy. So I'm going to be running over those artificial wooden decking bridges up to Lower Whittaker. This is the main gravel trail leading away from Mount Doug. I'm obviously running towards Mount Doug. This is all part of the park, but these are the primary trails that most of the walkers, dog walkers, hikers, birders would use. The main trails. The only thing they don't allow here are mountain bikes. I think it would be a little bit dangerous. I hope I've eliminated the arm swing wind noise. I have 2 layers of nylon material taped, well not taped, elastic banded to the tip of my Sony voice recorder. I tend to run these routes so often that I find myself hiking exactly the same sections every time. It's a bit like an interval workout for me. I'm looking forward to hearing Steve's next show. I think he runs Tuesday and Thursday. quite funny. I was listening to his show this morning, and I was typing him an email asking him a couple of questions about how he records. And sure enough, after I sent it, he started mentioning how he did his recordings. So I had to send him another email, thanking him for basically reading my mind. Up I go. Not quite that connected. The Runnet community is close. We're tight, but not telepathic quite yet. I'm hoping that we all learn from each other how to do this business better. We have some masters in the art of podcasting out there who really show us how it's done. Up I go. I'm going to meet a hiker pretty soon. We're all hiking this steep section. Now, back to my run. No, he's going a different way from me. I've noticed that when I wear my earbuds, I'm listening to music, or I'm just listening to the Ice Smooth Run Girl telling me my pace and my distance. But I also notice that I tend to enunciate a little more because I'm trying to, as it were, drive with the brake on. My mind is being slightly distracted by the familiar tunes that I'm listening to. But because my ears are slightly blocked by the earbuds, I find myself talking a little louder, which results in a better recording. These devices record almost any sound, and the quieter it is, the more it picks up. That's why when there's traffic, it's very hard to hear me talk. So my pace has dropped to 7 minutes, and I've done 4K. I didn't start recording right from the beginning. I like to get a little bit of a bead of sweat going before I start. Give my breathing a little bit of a chance to sort itself out. Now, I don't think I've fallen recently. I know that is almost guaranteed to be a jinx on today's run. Just coming up on the saddle. I'm wearing a sweater today for the first time. Only because I didn't have a long sleeve shirt to put on. I'm being slightly incognito with my board shorts and my sweater and my earbuds. I could easily go into any building and not look like an athlete, a desperate, sweaty athlete. I'm looking more like a desperate, sweaty old man. Not really. up through the jaws of the saddle. I come to the conclusion that almost anything can be interesting to talk about on a podcast because of the intimacy of the listening process. It kind of appeals to the vicarious nature of humans. I start to do the downhill now. You'll hear my pace speed up and my breathing calm down a bit. Hello. Jogger coming through. Up. Hi. Hello, dog.
Yeah, perfect.
Dogs on the down. Dogs on the up. Hi.
Hi.
Hello. Yep, these women have healthy looking dogs. Just running past the cave now. I will never go in that cave. It's too small. The entrance is about the size of, I don't know, maybe a large kennel. That's what the opening looks like. I think I have a picture of the cave. I might use it for the title picture of this show. Actually, yes, I do. I have a picture of me and Robbie, my East Indian friend. We used to do quite a lot of running and hiking here on Mount Doug. He was just getting into running, and I was just getting into hiking. So we shared a couple of workouts. What we would do is we would go up the road hiking, and then we would run down the trails, and then go back up the road, and then down the trails. And then I slowly introduced him to running on the flat. Mount Douglas is 220 meters above sea level, and the road is just over a mile long, so it's quite a rapid gain. Sounds like my Doppler radar was correct. The rain is just beginning to get a little harder. By noon it'll be quite hard, and then it backs off this afternoon to 20%. I tend to try and run in clothing that I could easily step into the civilian world and just look like some old guy in shorts. The beauty of the autopause. When I go into the rec center for my water, so believe it or not, I've done 7 kilometers at 7-minute pace. So I've been running for 49 minutes. Just as the noise begins to build up, it will be, oh, there's another blue jay. They're very territorial, blue jays. I have a run booked with Sandy and friends at East Souk Wilderness Park on the west coast of Vancouver Island. I'll be running with Lindsay and Jeff and Sandy probably. Just running under the kite. On the chip of the golf course now. Hi. This should be a fair bit quieter for the recording. I was just testing that I was still recording. That was another momentary pause that you probably didn't even notice. The other nice thing about the pause is if you really had to cough or spit or fart, you could pause if you remember in time. Hi. Hello. Yeah, this is glorious. This is soggy chip. I think it was soggy chip last week as well, but not heavy soggy. Just enough to keep the dust down. I won't come back with trail tan, as they say. When you take your socks off, you have a white foot area and a black ankle area. So this is the Cedar Hill Municipal Golf Course. Hello. Hi. Some more intrepid walkers. Hi. So when I take this turn, I'll be able to see the right center at the bottom of the hill. Yep, there it is. Back onto chip for a little while. So let me just pause this. Beautiful. Okay, back outside again. So I managed to get away from the tractor noise. Don't think it's a very good idea to mow the fairways when it's raining, but I guess they have less to worry about because there are very few golfers out today. They get their job done. So back on the glorious chip. There's never a shortage of wood chip here in Victoria. Most of the trees that fall down, or branches that break, or trees that have to be removed, end up getting shredded. The ones that fall in the forest, they tend to leave them nowadays. So I'm just running past the 10th hole. This one has the biggest hill that I'm going to have to negotiate after the water hazard. I've got the big hill up ahead of me. kind of prefer doing it this way sometimes, because once I've got the aches and pains out of my system, this hill isn't quite as intimidating, because it comes about 25 minutes before the end of my run, which will be reasonably short today for me, about an hour and 40 minutes. Hello.
Hi.
My reason to take it easy on that hill was the recording factor. I always use that excuse on the Bow Park ramp, which I will have to do today, but I shall probably walk it again. This isn't quite the highest point of the golf course. There's just one more small climb that I will run. I'm a little bit more exposed here. The rain is getting through to me now. But it is very light rain. It's probably 12 degrees Celsius. It's quite refreshing, actually. Top. This is a section of the golf course that they call James Heights. From here it's pretty much downhill all the way back to Mackenzie. That's another reason why I like doing it this way. Within a minute or two, I will have had all the hills I'm going to see today done. So the Elk Beaver for 2015 has been awarded the 100K Canadian National Ultramarathon Championship race. So we can expect to see a lot of the big boys out on May the 9th competing against each other or with each other for the title of Canadian National Champion. This year I'm taking a bit of a back seat. Somebody else is taking over the directorship of the race. I'm too busy with my podcast to worry about answering too many emails from athletes. Darcy will be able to field any questions they have, give them the right answers. I'm going to be helping out on the day. I'm going to be the volunteer coordinator and course marshal. I'll probably do my 5 laps in reverse to keep an eye on everybody at the beginning of the race. Make sure the 40K race walkers aren't running. Keep them honest. There's also going to be the First Timers Marathon. That event is getting bigger every year. This year we've tied up a little loophole that we had to exclude people who've done Ironman from the race, because it is supposed to be for rookie runners, first time marathon. Hang on, I've got a stone in my shoe. It's too far to run with a stone in my shoe, so let me just stop and fix it. So I'm up to 12K. I saw her before. think I can hear some golfers. Uh-oh, another piece of chip, this time stuck in my sock. Yep, there's some golfers there. I'm using this bench today. I have to take the same shoe off again. We're going to get all the ambient sound now. If you've ever timed one of these stops, they don't amount to more than, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds at the most. Yeah, I knew these socks were no good. They're really bagged socks. They've stretched around the ankle. So they let a lot of crap in. This time it went inside my sock. That wasn't going to shift too quickly. I got the stone out. That came out pretty quick, and then the bloody wood chip in my sock. That wasn't going to shift either. Yeah, that's the downside of running on chip with loose socks. They catch everything I kick up. Alright, second time I've tied these shoes in 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm back at it. This is King's Pond. Workout resumed. This is where normally in the summer there's about 200 ducks just walking across the trail waiting for somebody to give them bread. So I'm back on asphalt again, back on Epsom. So I'm going to be running under the kite in a second, heading towards Brayford School again. Now I'm trying to calculate how much time I have on my recorder. I think I probably have over half an hour now. Back on the other side of a traffic pause, just crossed Cedar Hill Road, Cedar Hill Crossroad, heading towards Brayford Elementary. Back on sidewalk again. I might catch the school on recess. I just heard my watch beep. Yeah, 7:02 pace. I'm running. I have done, I think she said 13 kilometers. 13 by 7 is 70, 101, so that's 140 approximately. Yep, so the rain is steadily increasing as my Doppler radar app predicted. By 1 o'clock it's going to be bucketing down, and by 3 it's going to be clear with 20% chance of rain. So I'm now crossing Brayford down the middle of the road, diagonalizing, if that is even a word. This is maximum exposure to the sky. This is the full unsheltered effect of the rain. But luckily, there's very little surface wind today. That is another feature that this app has. You can either request to see the surface winds, and it shows up as lots of little arrows twitching and pointing, and then you could also ask for the jet stream, and that is the wind that blows the weather patterns across the sky. They're normally more constant. They're coming from the south, west, up across the Pacific. We also get the Pineapple Express here, which is the warm, wet winds that are coming across from Hawaii. So this is the school playground. I'm going to run across the playing field. My feet are already wet from the rain, so running in wet grass is not a big problem. It's nice and soft, cooling, and silent. Stealth mode, as they say. You can hear that I'm approaching the footbridge over Mackenzie Avenue. So I will pause it in a second. So, that's Mackenzie behind me. I'm on the Feltham Trail heading towards Bow Park Ramp and Mount Doug Market, but I don't have my wallet with me, so I can't stop for shopping. I have enough food at home. I have to bake a loaf of bread today. It takes me about 10 days to work my way through a loaf of bread. You probably know by now that I cook for myself exclusively. Norma cooks for my kids. We all live at home together. 4 adults, 1 house, 1 cat. Hello. I'm going up the hill, but I'm not running it. It's too steep to run this one. It's like a ramp. Bit of a chin scraper. I normally start just about at this time here. I'll see ya. Have a good one. Yep. Bow Park. Heading towards Cedar Hill Road. You can hear the rain now. You can probably also hear my earbuds twittering. But that's okay. I'm glad. sometimes if you have a 5-hour stream to listen to, it's good to start it off early, and it's pretty much my soundtrack until I get my lunch behind me. That was probably a blue jay again. Yep, this is exactly where I saw him before. He must have baby blue jays to look after. I'm working a little bit harder than I need to now, but I'm just getting a little bit excited about finishing. So pretty soon I'm going to switch this thing off. I've got enough material for Wednesday. Keep listening. There'll be more. My next recording will probably be on Saturday with the gang, I should say, at East Suit Park. So this is the running jackal saying goodbye for now. Happy Wednesday. Happy wet Wednesday. It's tempting when I stop recording to stop running, but I will not do that today. I have no reason to stop. Okie doke. Bye bye.